If you've ever had a panic attack, then you know how absolutely terrifying they can be. Your heart starts to race, your breath becomes rapid and shallow, and you feel like you're going to pass out or jump out of your skin. It's stressful. And so it makes sense that during a panic attack, your first thought is, how do I stop this? Well, today I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you a little bit about panic attacks, trying to stop them, and what you might be doing wrong in this really scary time. So stick around. Hey y'all, welcome back. I am so excited to see you here with me this week. I'm Dr. Allison. Most of you already know me. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I make it my life mission to really simplify psychology, so to break it down so that you can live the healthy and meaningful life you deserve. And I want to acknowledge that I took a couple weeks off because whatever has been going around, whatever germs people are sharing, I totally got. I barely had a voice, and you can't make videos without a voice. So I'm back, and I'm back in a brand new space, which I want to welcome you to. We are trying something a little different for the new year in terms of filming, so welcome. I hope you love it. And, we're going to try to embrace change. It's not always the easiest, but we're going to give it a go. A panic attack, if you've had one, is a really intense burst of anxiety, and it can feel debilitating. And we're not totally sure what causes panic attacks or why they happen. But again, we know the symptoms are intense and they're scary, and they can really derail people. So naturally, it makes sense that when you're in the middle of a panic attack or when you feel one coming on, your first thought becomes, how the heck do I stop this, right? I don't want this, make it stop. I'm going to be honest, and I want you to listen carefully. When you're having a panic attack, the goal, the question of the moment is not, how do I stop this? Let me repeat that. When you're having a panic attack, the goal is not, how do I make this stop? Now, if you're confused or this sounds counterintuitive, I know it's a little bit confusing, so stick with me. We know that when it comes to anxiety, fighting, resisting, fleeing, avoiding, we know those don't work. They're natural. I get why you want to do them, but they don't work. So when your physiological symptoms are raging and your goal is to try to make those come to a screeching stop, it won't work, right? And then you can imagine what's going to happen. You just get more panicked because you can't make it stop. Then you try harder to make it stop. That panic increases. You can see where I'm going. So instead of trying to make a panic attack stop, I want you to think about intervening. Tending to your emotions, tending to your experience, working on calming down and taking care of yourself in this distressing moment. You want to put yourself in the best position to make yourself as comfortable as possible and do what you can to lessen these symptoms. I love analogies. I think they're super helpful. So let me give you one, and I think it will really help you understand this idea. I want you to think about a surfer. All right, now I'm not a surfer, so if you're a surfer, don't judge my metaphor here, okay? It may not be totally correct. So I want you to imagine that you're in the water and you're surfing, and all of a sudden this huge monster wave is coming toward you. And you look at that thing coming and you think, oh my God, this looks terrifying. I don't know if I can do this. Do not spend your precious time trying to make that wave stop. Right? In the water, on your surfboard, there is nothing you can do to make this giant wave that's coming toward you. You can't make it stop, and you can't make it smaller. Instead, what you want to do is you want to put yourself in the position to ride that wave as best as possible. So you want to paddle out to the prime location, you want to align your body correctly, you want to get on that surfboard, and you want to do your best to ride that wave that's scary, that's coming toward you, as best as possible. You may still tumble under the water. The wave still may take you down, but hopefully it's less than if you had just sat there on your surfboard with your arms up saying, no, 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 stop, stop. That's not gonna happen, right? The wave is in motion. Your job is to ride that wave as best as possible. I wanna be clear. I'm saying that our goal isn't to make a panic attack stop. So I don't want you to say or think that this is just like a passive approach to panic, right? That you just say, like, well, it's a panic attack, nothing I can do, and you just throw your hands up, right? That's not true. That's like that surfer saying, like, oh, well, there's a big wave, there's nothing I can do. No, there are some things that you can do to put yourself in the best position to try to calm down and take care of how you're feeling. But it's a bit of a little like semantic difference, but words matter, right? So I don't want you to think about stopping the panic attack. It's about intervening, tending to, taking care of, and doing your best to ride that wave until it comes to a close. And if you're wondering, how the heck do I ride that wave? There are a ton of different ways you can do that. And I talk about most of these in other videos on my channel, right? So you can do some mindful diaphragmatic breathing. You can do a grounding exercise, another mindfulness exercise. You can challenge your distorted thoughts. You can use your coping skills. You can learn some of the other things that I share in my ultimate guide to tackling anxiety. There are lots of ways that when that wave is coming towards you, when the panic is kicking up, that you can use these skills to help calm yourself down. If you want me to do a future video on that, on like some really specific ways to manage in the middle of a panic attack, let me know in the comments below and I can certainly do that for you in the future. But again, the key point is, if you're thinking, how the heck do I make this stop? You don't. That's not the goal. And if you try to do that, if you try to bring your raging symptoms to an abrupt halt, you will fail, you will get more panicked, and that wave will just tumble you even more. So when you feel a panic attack coming on, dig deep, use your skills, and let go of that tendency to stop it and just, shut it down immediately. It won't work, and my guess is you've tried and you know it doesn't work. As always, I am super grateful that you choose to spend your precious time here with me learning from these videos. Normally I do videos every week, but in the season and the spirit of change, I'm trying something different. And I'm actually going to do a brand new video every other week. I'm hoping this will help me deliver some content that really packs a punch and is more helpful and is less overwhelming in terms of the amount of videos. So I will see you back here in 2 weeks for a brand new video. And if you're so sad about that change and you're going to miss me too much, then head and take a deep dive into some of my older videos, because there is lots of good stuff that is designed to help you. And yes, I literally mean you live a healthier and more meaningful life. And of course, there's lots of good stuff on my website, drallisonanswers.com. So grateful. Change your relationship with panic. Stop trying to stop a panic attack and instead ride that wave as best as you can. See you soon. Bye-bye.